Greetings and welcome to the 2020 School of Journalism and Communication Honors and Awards ceremony. Thank you to everyone who is watching with us today to honor SOJC's top students in 2020. This year was full of outstanding achievements by our students and faculty, including many national awards. But it also, as we all know, has been full of challenges. Students, you should be very proud of yourselves, as we at the SOJC are so proud of you. You fiercely progressed forward and completed the goals you set for yourselves, despite the obstacles you had to overcome. I'm also beyond excited to celebrate your accomplishment with you at our 104th SOJC commencement. That too will be virtual and pre-recorded. But we hope you and your families will join us in hosting you on virtual watch parties tomorrow while connecting with us online so we can all celebrate as a community. I would like to introduce journalism professor Nicole Damen, director of the SOJC Honors Program, to recognize this year's incredible cohort of SOJC Honors students.
Hi, my name is Nicole Damen, and I'm an associate professor at the School of Journalism and Communication, and I have the privilege of being the honors coordinator for our SOJC program. So what does it take to be an honors student in our program? Well, our honors students complete 3 honors courses that are extremely rigorous and reading and writing and critical thinking intensive. They also complete an independent project in the form of a thesis or a professional project. But beyond that, honors students are passionate and they're committed, and they dive headfirst into challenging ideas and challenging theories. It's a great privilege for me to be able to work with all of these students, and I'm incredibly proud of each of you, and I look forward to following the next step that you take, and I wish you well and celebrate this moment and enjoy your great success. I will now read the names of the graduating 2020 School of Journalism and Communication Honors Program cohort. Sophie Bange, Elizabeth Beamer, Hannah Castle, Sarah Cooley, McKenna Crocker, Renata da Silva Giraldo, Jessica Douglas, Kelly Franks, Kira Hansen, Brooklyn Loisel, Sophie Murray, Paige Otis, Kezia Satwaiwan, Jessica Smith, Brittany Spell-Swill, and Kayla Tomei. Congratulations to all of you.
This year marks the 60th cohort for Kappa Tau Alpha, the National Honor Society for Journalism and Mass Communication. The Greek letters Kappa Tau Alpha stand for "the truth will prevail." KTA was founded in 1910 with the intention, to quote from the initial charter, to form a bond of union among students of unusual achievement in the leading schools of journalism and communication. Nomination to KTA is based on academic achievement, and it's offered to fewer than 10% of all undergraduate and graduate students. It's my pleasure to introduce you to this year's class. Zach Dimmers, Renata da Silva Giraldo, Laura Grigoroff, Brittany Lancaster, Brooklyn Loisel, Bailey Reardon, Gina Scalpone, Yvette Shaw, and Alyssa Wolf. Typically, members recite a pledge, but this year we've had to dispense with that idea for obvious reasons. In any event, congratulations to all. Next up is Professor Lori Shantz to introduce Phi Beta Kappa.
The Phi Beta Kappa Society is the oldest honor society for the liberal arts and sciences in the United States, with 286 active chapters. Only about 10% of the arts and sciences graduates of these distinguished institutions are invited to join. This year, 11 SOJC graduates have been selected for election into Phi Beta Kappa. Sophie Bainge, Renata da Silva Giraldo, Brian Dorn, Sarah Espinoza, Katie Golab, Kyra Hansen, Catherine Liu, Gianna Machado, Julia Mueller, Zaria Parvez, Bailey Reardon. One of these students is receiving an even more exclusive honor. Julia Mueller is one of the Oregon Six, one of the highest academic honors bestowed at the University of Oregon, originating with the graduating class of 1930. The Oregon Six are selected, in part, on the extraordinary breadth and rigor of their advanced coursework in the liberal arts and sciences, their original research and creative work, and their exceptional grade point averages. Because the SOJC is a professional school with many specific requirements, it is highly unusual for one of our students to earn enough credits in upper division liberal arts classes to qualify for this honor. In addition to her journalism major, Julia has 3 minors: English, creative writing, and French. She wrote 2 theses, one for the Kid Workshops in creative writing, the other for the Clark Honors College. As you can tell, Julia is a journalism major with a liberal arts heart. Julia's Honors College thesis combined all of her scholarly interests. She studied how journalists in the Pacific Northwest assess the language they use to write about women, combining a survey of journalists with a literature review that included linguistics, feminist theory, and an analysis of journalism style books. It's not only intellectually rigorous, but a pleasure to read, the work of someone who loves to read and write and think about words. Julia was president of the mock trial team and a copy editor at the Daily Emerald. She also edited an entire book, which grew out of her reporting 2 class with my colleague Peter Loffer and was written by her classmates. I've gotten to know her especially well because she's one of the coaches for Writing Central, the SOJC's peer writing support program. For 2 years, Julia has done it all for us. She's excellent at explaining concepts like subject-verb agreement and proper comma use, partly because she takes genuine joy in that. More important, she is kind and patient with students who are struggling with an assignment. She asks questions, listens carefully, and builds confidence in student writers. She's leaving such a legacy in Writing Central. She also gives exceptional reading recommendations. My summer reading stack includes 2 of the books she recommended while writing her thesis. I can't wait to discuss them with her. It's been such an honor to be a part of Julia's journey. Congratulations to Julia and to all of our Phi Beta Kappa electees. I am also honored to present the Phyllis Van Kimmell Bell Leadership Award. This award recognizes demonstrated leadership and involvement beyond academic achievement in the school, willingness to take on challenges, concern for others, and an ability to work with students, faculty, and the greater university community. Phyllis Van Kimmell Bell was born in 1910 and was very involved in university life. She belonged to Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority, participated in student government, was elected president of Mortar Board, wrote for campus publications, and starred as the comic ingenue in the first feature-length movie about campus life, Ed's Coed. The winner of this year's Van Kimmell Bell Award is Peyton Bruni. Peyton majored in journalism and minored in Arabic. His career goal is to be a correspondent in the Middle East. I say correspondent because although Peyton would tell you he is a photographer, he's a terrific writer and editor too. He's also a leader. When I took students to participate in Elevate Engagement, a 4-day event to discuss the value of journalists making better connections with the communities they cover, Peyton not only did all of the readings, and I assigned a lot, but he also made sure that no one slept through their alarm. In addition, his willingness to open up about the experience of being a first-generation college student added a valuable perspective that the event had been missing. Peyton has a unique combination of creativity and organizational savvy, which is how he was able to participate in such a wide variety of activities. He was president of the student chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists, photo editor for Ethos, and a member of the Daily Emerald's board of directors. He was part of Dan Morrison's photo crew, which photographs UO sporting events for kval.com. And he worked with me and an Arabic professor on an independent study about college students in Yemen. He studied abroad twice in the Middle East, once in Jordan, the other time in Oman. And he worked with Damian Radcliffe on a report about social media use in the Middle East and North Africa that was published internationally. Peyton also, I believe, took every martial arts class that the UO's physical education department has to offer. And he did all of this while working up to 20 hours a week in the UO's IT department. It's been a pleasure to get to know Peyton, and I assume that he'll one day publish a beautifully photographed how-to book on his productivity hacks. I can't wait to see what he does next. Congratulations. Now I'd like to introduce Pat Curtin, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs, who will present the Rionda Award.
Thank you, Lori. I'm honored to serve as the Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs at the SOJC and to present this year's Janice E. Rianda Outstanding Student Award. This award is given to the graduating student with the highest GPA. This year, we had a number of outstanding students with GPAs greater than 4.0, but one with a GPA of 4.16 rose to the top, Brooklyn Loisel. A public relations major minoring in psychology and business administration, Brooklyn didn't simply hit the books during her time at the SOJC. She took advantage of every opportunity that came her way. She was a writing coach with Writing Central. She occupied a leadership position with our student-run PR firm, AHPR, and she went to Doha to run social media for a small team of SOJC students who covered the International Association of Athletics Federation's World Championships. And she remains a diehard Trailblazers fan. Not one to stand still, Brooklyn has already started her career at the Hoffman Agency in Vancouver, Washington. Please join me in congratulating this year's Rionda winner, Brooklyn Loisel. And next is Professor Lisa Hayamoto to present the SOJC Standard Bearer for the class of 2020.
The SOJC Standard Bearer has the honor of representing the SOJC at the Maine University of Oregon commencement ceremony. This person carries, in this case, the metaphorical banner for the SOJC at the graduate parade and at the processional for the commencement ceremony. This year, the SOJ faculty is proud to nominate the wonderful Donnie Morrison for this honor. Donnie understands the power of journalism as a public service and our mission to serve the public by giving people the information they need to make good decisions in their lives. And he understands that this has the power to change those lives. He has been wonderfully immersed in his education at the SOJC, both inside and outside the classroom. He participated in the Media in Ghana program. He was the reporter and the managing editor at the Daily Emerald, an intern at the Eugene Weekly, and this summer, he's going to be the intern at the Los Angeles Bureau for the Wall Street Journal. Donnie has done journalism on stories from public protests to the housing crisis to the healing power of a hot tub. He is a talented journalist with a very bright future and is an excellent example of the SOJC's mission and its values. Congratulations, Donnie. We're so proud of you. And now I'd like to turn it over to Dean Moyeda for some closing remarks.
Thank you all again for joining our virtual SOJC Student Honors and Awards ceremony to celebrate our amazing students. Students, you have worked hard all year long and for your entire time at the SOJC. The skills and work ethic that helped you earn these awards and honors will continue to serve you well in the future as you graduate and go to distinguished careers in advertising, journalism, media studies, and public relations. We are so proud of you, and we are excited to see where you go next. Enhorabuena Congratulations.